everyone. Today we have a second class of chapter 6th, that is lines and angles. So in this second class we are going to learn about the basic terms and the definitions that are related to these chapters. So let's get start the chapter. Okay, now the first thing that we have read is the lines and angles that we are going to read in our class. First already we have taught. Now this is our second class. So after the line, the second thing is that basic term is ray. What is a ray? What is a ray? So a ray is a part of a line. A ray is a part of line which has only one endpoint. Which has only one endpoint. It can be extended. It can be extended infinitely in one direction. In one direction. So what we have learned? We have learned that a ray is a part of a line, but the difference between a ray and a point is that a line has no end point, but a ray has one end point. So the diagram in such a way is made. This one is a ray where its one side is increases infinitely, while its one side has a one end point, means it cannot increase from that directions. It can only increase from a one direction. That's why it's known as ray. Second thing you have to know, a ray is mentioned by a symbol AB upon a arrow. Overheard of it. Second one is the line segment. What is a line segment? These are the very important but basic terms of the chapter. So what is line segment? A line segment of a line. A line segment is a part of a line with both ends fixed. So what you have learned? A line segment is a part of a line with both ends fixed. Means a line has no end fixed, a ray has one end fixed, and the line segment has only what? Both ends are fixed. So this is a line. This is a line segment, that is AB, and it can be from both sides, but it is fixed between A and B. So AB is a line segment. What? AB is a line segment. Next one is collinear points. What is collinear points? Collinear points. So if three or more points lie on the same line, then these points are known as collinear points. And the points do not lie, just opposite of it, which do not lie on the same line are known as non-collinear points. Have you understand what? If the points lie on a same line, means a line is drawn that they have crossed by all the points, is known as collinear. Well, if the points are different from each other, means doesn't lie on the one line only, that's are known as non-collinear. Understand? Next one. There are some notes related to these points. First is a line segment. A line segment has a definite length, but a ray and a line have indefinite length. Indefinite lengths. Understand? What? Line segment has two end points, while the line has only no end point, and while the ray has only one end point. So we can say that the line segment is a definite length, but the ray and the line doesn't have any definite length. After that, there are three or more lines are said to be congruent. Next point is that three or more lines are said to be congruent if all of them intersect at the same point. But second point what shows us that the three or more lines are said to be congruent if all of them intersect at the same point, means these all lines are congruent because they passes from the same point. Next, if there are 2 points given, then only a single line passes through them. If there are 2 points, the point shows us that if there are 2 points like this and this, there only one single line passes through them. This one. Learn what he has tell? He tells that if there are 2 points, then we are only able to draw a one line that passes through both the points. The last point tell us that there can be infinite number of lines passing through a single point. Understand what? If one point is made, then we can cross infinite lines from that point only, and these all lines are also known as congruent lines. Understand? These are the very basic terms that are related to line, and the note is also related to the line only. Now we are going to study about the relations of angle and the kinds of angle. As we have learned already about the angles, now we are going to learn about the kinds of angles. So the heading is kinds of angle. So the question is, first one is acute angle. Acute angle. Angle whose measures means in a number lie between, whose measures lie between 0 degree and 90 degree is called acute. You can also that angle is less than 90 degree or greater than 0 degree, equal to. This is known as acute angle. Next one is right angle. Right angle. So an angle measures 90 degree is called, which angle is called right angle. Next is which angle? Obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. An angle whose measures lies between 90 degree and 180 degree is called, what called? It is called obtuse. Means if it is written that the angle is greater than or equal to 90 degree or less than or equal to 180 degree, this angle is known as obtuse angle. After that, if we make a diagram, like you can tell which diagram it is. It is this, that is 130 degree, this one, that is 90 degree, and this one, that is 60 degree. Which angle of three of them? Name them. If we name, then I think the angle greater than 90 degree or less than 180 degree, then the angle is obtuse. While an angle equals to 90 degree measures, then it is a right angle. While the angle less than 90 degree is known as which angle? It is known as which angle? It is known as acute angle. I hope you understand what I am going to say. Now, next angle is known as straight angle. Straight angle. This angle is simply this one, 180 degree. Means an angle measures 180 degree is called straight angle. What it called? Straight angle. Next is another angle, that is reflex angle. Which angle? Reflex angle. So an angle whose measures lies between 180 degree and 360 degree is called reflex angle. That is, if we make a diagram, then diagram is something this one, 270 degree. Next one is a whole angle or complete angle. Complete angle, that is an angle measures 360 degree, means like a 180 degree angle called as a straight angle, in the same way 360 angle is known as a what angle? It is a complete angle. Now, what are adjacent angles? What are adjacent angles? So, when we learn about adjacent angles, so the definition is that two angles are said to be adjacent angles if they have a common vertex, if they have a common vertex, a common arm, and they are non-common arms are on the opposite sides of the common arm. So, if we make a diagram, its diagram is like this. Here it is A, O, and this is B and C. If we are making adjacent angles, then these angles are known as adjacent angles. I hope you understand what I am going to tell here. Now, next one is vertically opposite angles. Which angle? Vertically opposite angle. Here we only learn about mainly the theory part or the definitions of them, but the actual vertically opposite angle, adjacent angle, we are going to learn in our upcoming topics of the same chapter. So, have patience, this is only a definition related to them. So, you have to learn the definition mainly, the reality of these angles you can show in our coming chapter, means coming topics. So, the vertically opposite angle is when two straight lines intersect each other each pair of opposite angles so formed are called what? Called vertically opposite angle. Like if we take an example, this one, so angle 1 is equals to angle 2. In the same way, these angles are known as vertically opposite angle. Like 1 is opposite to 2, in the same form 3 is opposite to 4. I hope you understand what I am telling here. So, now our second topic of this chapter, that is basic terms and definition, is now completed. This is our second class, which is mainly on the basic terms and definition. Now we are going to meet in our third class, that is based on the intersecting lines and the non-intersecting lines. There is the topic of class third. So thank you so much for this class. Meet you soon in our third class of chapter 6, that is lines and angles. Thank you.